Hi, I'm Judy Vitale, your astrologer with ReadTheStars.com. This is the weekly horoscopes at work forecast for July 31st through August 6th, 2017, my vacation week. But anyway, I didn't want to leave you without a forecast, so we've got everything all packed, the dogs and I, and we're heading off to Castine, Maine, so that mom can do a little kayaking and the dogs can go and paddle around in the little coves. They like that. I don't know what you'll be doing this week, but you will be feeling a lot of energy from the planets when you do it. We're going to have two really major events. One of them will be Uranus making its retrograde station. That's going to be on Thursday, August the 3rd. It takes place at around 1:31 a.m. on the East Coast. But, that is something that we're all going to feel. Uranus is getting very close to the end of Aries, but before it does get out of there and move on into Taurus, it's going to make a little backward turn and go back and stir some things back up. These are changes, chaos, that sort of thing, stuff that hasn't really resolved itself yet, that needs to be recycled, I suppose, until we can actually come out with some solid solutions. Use your innovation and your flexibility in order to ride this one out the best way possible. Wouldn't be so bad because we have a Uranus station every year. But what's happening is the day after, on Friday the 4th, we're going to have Jupiter square Pluto. And that's another really big event that doesn't happen all that often. It's going to happen at 17 degrees of Libra and Capricorn. So if you have activity in your chart around there, that's where you're the people who are going to really feel this. So Jupiter is expansion and Pluto is transformation. So I would expect to hear about a very busy news day on Friday and probably Thursday as well. So pay attention. And as always, remember, you are a spirit in a body, and you will still be here no matter what happens because you're just a spirit in a body. All right. We can talk about that sometime if you wish. The other main event for the week is going to be Venus making a transition from Gemini, which has been very chatty and very flirty, into Cancer, where she's more sensitive. Also more nurturing, that's the positive side. But Venus in Cancer is super sensitive. So people in friendships as well as romance are going to be touchy. And so you will notice that shift occurring after Monday at 10:54 a.m. So now that you know the basic overview of the week, I'll go through this day by day, giving you the signs of the moon and the void of course moon times. Remember, when the moon is void of course, you want to avoid making major purchases, scheduling meetings that are of significance to you, and just in general, laying low and just allowing things to occur at their own pace because the moon has run out of planets to make aspects with while it's in that sign, and we have to wait till it moves on to the next sign. So, the first day, Monday, is going to be a void of course moon all day, from 7:10 in the morning when it leaves Scorpio all the way until Tuesday, August 1st, when it enters Sagittarius at 8:01 a.m. Eastern. But do remember that you have Venus moving into Cancer very late on Monday evening. I'm sorry, it's not. It's the morning. It's 10:54 a.m. Venus moving into Cancer. So you'll feel it even more with the void of course moon because the moon will not be making so many energy exchanges, but Venus will become more obvious. On Tuesday, the Sagittarius moon will make people very excitable and happy and, looking around and doing an active, okay, that's really the word for Sagittarius, is active mentally as well as physically, by the way. And the Sagittarian people are famous for their desire to really get out there and move around, but they, in addition to that, have very active minds, imaginations, and philosophical mindsets, actually. So, people are going to argue for that sort of thing on Tuesday and into Wednesday. Wednesday is an excellent day for work and relationships, however, because that moon will make a nice trine to Mars and to the Sun A little bit of a square to Neptune, however, so you can embellish and get away with it on Wednesday, most likely. Then on Thursday, we have the Uranus station taking place at 1:31 in the morning, so you will probably feel that more than anything on Thursday. But the moon will also go void of course in Sagittarius at 5:38 p.m. and enter the sign of Capricorn at 8:37 p.m. on the East Coast. There'll also be a Moon-Saturn conjunction that takes place very, very early Thursday morning on the East Coast. So that is going to shape your day with sort of a feeling like, can I really do that? Just try to look past that and be practical. Take things step by step. That's really what Saturn asks us to do, is to just take things one step at a time. Now, on to Friday, where things are also going to probably feel a bit chaotic with Jupiter in a square to Neptune. That happens at 2:29 in the afternoon. But, these things like the Uranus station and the Jupiter-Pluto square, we're going to be feeling them all week. This is just the peak moment when they actually occur. But these energies are so strong that they protract over a few days. So it's going to influence the whole week and into next week. So be careful of that. But with the Capricorn moon, I think that level heads will prevail. So if you're at work and things seem to be going a little bit crazy, remember that everything will straighten out in the end. Saturday, the Capricorn moon also gives us sort of the idea that we want to organize things. And with Pluto conjunct the moon, people are going to want to organize things their way, especially Capricorn people. And also Cancer and Aries and Libra, you get in on this as well. It's an aspect that is really going to be felt by people who have those kinds of, those signs that I mentioned, the cardinal signs. And then on Sunday, we have a short void of course moon period from 5:22 to 8:16 a.m. with the moon void of course in Capricorn moving into Aquarius. And the moon will make a nice square to Uranus just before it goes void of course. But with the moon in Aquarius on Sunday, it's excellent for gathering with groups and getting together with people. Obviously, if I'm going to be in Maine, I won't be at Journeys of Life this week, but you can still contact me. And if you are ever interested in exploring things such as transpersonal coaching, clinical hypnotherapy, EMDR, yoga, Reiki, astrology, those are all in my toolbox, and I'm ready, willing, and happy to help you with them. Also, I hope that you'll listen to the Deep Dives podcast this week. That's the Deep Dives podcast. Jossa Johnson and I have a lovely conversation about taking one's soul on vacation. So with that, I'm going to leave you for now. If you would like to reach me, I will answer email even on my vacation because I'm just like that. And that email is Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com. Have a wonderful week.